Hello, welcome. It is our 2020 Annual Staff and Recognition and Awards Day. This isn't our typical Staff and Recognition Awards Day, but nonetheless, we want to appreciate you and say thank you so much for everything that you did this year. 2019-2020 school year started off ordinary, but ended extraordinarily. So we are here today, though, to share with you some of our appreciation, thoughts, and celebrations for our academic year. So thanks so much for being here and watching this. We appreciate you and look forward to another school year next year.
Thank you to everybody at the New Yorkville School District for all they've done to make this year happen. 2020 has been an interesting year for many of us, and I so appreciate all that social media did to help us give a little glimpse of all the hard work that you guys put into making good relationships with all our students and teachers and the faculty. All the work from the meals to the making sure that kids were always in contact with their teachers, all the IT specialties, everything that had to go on to make sure learning still happened in our district. We know our district does a good job, and we had to adjust quickly to new and changing situations. And I hope you can take the summer to enjoy. And please, everybody stay safe, and we'll be eager to welcome you back next year again. We have a great team, and you guys work well together, and you change as you need to. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the New York Mills teachers for all they've done this past year and every other year, but this past spring has been especially trying. And again, thank you so much for all your work.
I would like to say thank you to the administration, support staff, teachers, paras, bus drivers, kitchen help, and custodians for your rock star performance during the entire school year, and especially during our distance learning environment. We are very grateful for all that you have done this year.
I'd like to thank all the staff and administration for the great job you've done guiding us through this distance learning process. I know for a fact that you've gone above and beyond to make sure our kids receive the best possible education they could. I've heard more than once of the awesome job you have done. Thank you.
Hi teachers, I just wanted to say that even though we're doing this differently this year, we really do appreciate everything that you have done, especially this year in so many changes with the pandemic. But I'm really looking forward to having us all back in the building as best we can here in the fall. But thank you all for so much that you've done.
Good morning and good afternoon. I'd like to just say thank you so much to all of our ISD 553 faculty, staff, administration, everybody. You did a great job this school year. I've heard so many compliments on all the good things that happened during this difficult time. And so we just want to say thank you for all your hard work. We know that it wasn't an ideal situation with our distance learning. However, you guys rocked it. You did a great job. And we look forward to coming back again with a new school year and are excited to have you back. So hopefully when we come back in the fall, we'll have a more comfortable situation. But thank you for everything that you did. You guys all did a phenomenal job and really kept our school district together, up and running. So thank you again to our administration, our staff, paraprofessionals, custodians, everybody, all of our faculty. You guys did a great job. So I hope you're enjoying your summer and getting some relaxation and rest in right now for all that hard work you did. So thanks again and enjoy your summer.
Hello, New York Mills school employees. Like the rest of the board, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for all you've done during this spring semester at the school, both the things that are part of your normal job description and things that are extraordinary and above and beyond. From lessons and quizzes to lunches and paperwork, you have really done all you can to make our students feel like they still had a school experience. We hope that you have a great summer. We look forward to getting back together with everybody in the fall as we can, and thank you for keeping our Eagle family together.
Plaques for her service in District 553. Deb Bowney, 20 years. Deb Blomberg, 20 years. Heidi Dresser, 20 years. Nancy Hendricks, 20 years. Eric Nemi, 20 years.
Certificates for over 20 years of service in District 553. Lorene Brockman, 38 years. Karen Olschlager, 37 years. Connie Griffith, 36 years. Doug Salo, 34 years. Bob Tyson, 33 years. Julie Witt, 33 years. Matt Radnicki, 32 years. Jay Sorensen, 32 years. Blaine Novak, 31 years. Cindy Becker, 28 years. Greg Essela, 27 years. Alice Dittman, 26 years. Mary Hendricks, 26 years. Terry Bauk, 25 years. Becky Imsandy, 25 years. Nancy Skick, 24 years. Chris Bushinger, 23 years. Ross Guino, 22 years. Marcia Mackey, 22 years. Dave Pavula, 22 years. Jason Bowe, 21 years. Brian Dunrud, 21 years. And Harley Jabas, 21 years.
We now have educator service recognitions. 20 years in education pins go to Trudy Irons. She worked 1 year in Wadena, 2 years in Long Prairie, and 17 years in New York Mills. And a 20-year education pin goes to Jody Razor, 4 years University of Minnesota Duluth, and 16 years in New York Mills. 25 years in education pin goes to Terry Bauk, 25 years in New York Mills. 35 years in education letter opener goes to Doug Salo. He worked 1 year in Pemberton and 34 years in New York Mills.
Hi, it is my great honor to recognize Trina Seward as Teacher of the Year. She has a great smile as she welcomes in her kids every day. I would like to give Michelle Young a few moments to say a few words about Trina.
Hi there. I would like to congratulate Trina Seward on being selected as the New York Mills Public School Teacher of the Year for 2019-2020. Trina is a dedicated, consummate professional. She is kind, caring, helpful, and she always puts students first. She's always looking out for their well-being. She's an excellent choice for the New York Mills Public School Teacher of the Year. Trina is also a collaborator with her colleagues. She is a teacher leader. Trina has been dependable. She is there whenever you need something. She's there to help you. And she is just an excellent selection. And I would like to thank her for all of her dedication to New York Mills Public School. It's been a privilege to be her colleague over the past 7 years. And I congratulate you, Trina, and I wish you the very best.
I'm Brittany, and I am a senior, and I believe Miss Stewart is very deserving of Teacher of the Year because she has a lot of respect for her students and has a lot of patience and is an all-around good person.
I'm Callie Steinbach, I'm a senior, and Miss Stewart's classroom, it's really fun and uplifting, and she's a really great teacher, and she's always available if you need help or anything.
I'm Carly Kovaleski and I'm a senior. My favorite thing about Miss Stewart is that she's really proactive with kids who are in sports. And she always makes sure that they have the help they need to get everything done on time, and she never stresses about us getting our work done like that day or before we're leaving. She always gives us the time to eat. I'm Bree.
I'm Anna, and we're both juniors.
A few things about Miss Stewart that I like is that you can always go to her for help, and she takes the time out of her day to make sure that her students are getting all the help that they need. And out of school, she always makes sure that you're keeping up on your health and that you're okay, and that you can always talk to her.
Miss Stewart, she always takes time out of your day, like Bree said, to worry about you and take care of you. And you can always be yourself around her whenever you need her to talk to her or anything.
Molly Swans, senior, and Mrs. Stewart is deserving of Teacher of the Year because of her love for her job and her students.
My name is Casey Steinbach, and I'm in 7th grade, and I had Miss Stewart for facts, and she's been very helpful with helping me learn.
All right, and now we are on to our retirements. This year we have 2 retirees in our school district. Our first one is Bob Tyson that we'd like to recognize. He has been with our district for 33 years, and here to speak on behalf of Bob today is Blaine Novak.
So I have the privilege of honoring Bob Tyson on his retirement. Bob is the only transportation supervisor I have known. His letter of retirement states that he took the position in April of 1986 as a temporary job until he found a better one. After 33 years in this temporary job, Bob has now decided to retire, never having found a better job. I've worked with Bob in several capacities over the years, so I know Bob and his work well. But I thought it would be fun to see what others who have worked with Bob had to say about him. I asked them to give me a one-word example that would describe Bob and his work here at the New York Mills Public School. So here are the words Bob's colleagues, those who have worked closest with him, had to say. Fun, creative, capable, dedicated, thorough, skilled, committed, organized, steadfast, supportive, flexible, reasonable, handy, mechanical, down to earth, talented, and problem solver. These one-word descriptors define the incredible job Bob has done here as our transportation supervisor for over 3 decades. Bob, thank you for your outstanding work you have done at New York Mills Public School. Knowing you will be as busy as ever, albeit doing the things that you enjoy doing the most, congratulations on your retirement. Enjoy your well-deserved free time.
And now for our second retirement this year, it'll be for Dave Pavla. He is retiring with 22 years in New York Mills. Dave, you have been a wonderful educator. You have touched so many lives. I reached out to some colleagues and faculty here at New York Mills, and they shared quite a few good words and thoughts. And I'd like to share some of them with all of you today with some of the things that Dave's colleagues said about him. One person that I spoke with said that at the heart of any good teacher is the caring and concern that he or she has for students. As sad as it was to see Dave retire, from a personal standpoint, his kids, especially those seniors, were the ones who probably missed Dave the most. The colleague wishes Dave good health and happiness in retirement. Another colleague spoke of the times that they coached football and taught Phi Ed, as well as observed Dave in his special ed classes, that he was always willing to work with all students. It didn't matter who the student was or what their needs were or their challenges. Dave was always there for them. Dave had a great way of relating to all kids, and they always enjoyed being around Dave in every setting. Another colleague of Dave shared with me that Dave always had a great way to connect with students that he worked with. They loved working with him and for him. Dave was also known to drop several Finnish words. One colleague said that they never knew for sure what those Finnish words meant. However, some of the ones that are more commonly known was the boikas. He always referred to his boys, young men in his classes as boikas, the Finnish word for young boys. And the faculty members that worked with Dave spoke so highly of you, Dave. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. A few memories that were shared with me was, one of them was back when it was the fall of 1999, and they were assistant football coaches on the practice field. And on this particular day, it was rainy, cold, icky. Practice had just started, and there was a flock of geese that were flying overhead on the practice football field. And these two coaches, Dave and his coaching colleague, both made mention that the day could only get worse if the geese were to poop on them. That's exactly what happened as those geese flew over the coaches on this cold, icky practice day. So their day could have only gotten better after that, right? So the second story that I have to share with you, shared with me, was talking about the ways that Dave would always try to maneuver the big trade for his fantasy football team in the teacher's lounge during the lunch hour. It wasn't always necessarily successful, but always entertaining at least. Many of his caseload students absolutely adored him, and it was vice versa. It was mutual. He always had a huge impact on all of those students' lives. So Dave, thank you so much for all of your years of service in our district. You will be dearly missed. You had a special way to connect, and I think in our district here at 553, that's one thing that is special about us, and that's our relationship with our students. And you were the perfect example of that, because you really touched many lives and had great relationships with your students. So thank you, Dave. I hope you enjoy your retirement. May you have good health and be able to enjoy those days now that you have lots of free time. Thank you, Dave. Have a great one. Enjoy your retirement. All right, and that wraps up our 2019-2020 Awards Day. Thank you again, ISD 553, for all of your hard work. This has been a tremendous school year. You have really risen and shined through this school year. We appreciate every moment of it. I hope you enjoy your summer. Have a good one. Thanks again.